nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Entro ego datere Dei.
And in cui edifica, juventud in me.
Iudicame Deus in descende causam in vegentem sancta dominico de los rerum.
Qui tu es Deus, fructificae, quare meri, cor Christus, in cielo, prima figie,
Emite lucem tuam et veritatem tuam ipsum et eduxerat et adduxerat in lontem sanctum tuum et in tabernacula tua.
et in troico acapitare Dei, ad Deum qui edifica, juventud in me.
Confitebor inciti vincitore Deus Deus mis, quare tristis es anima me, quare conturbas me.
Spere Domine, quam non confitile audare votis Dei, et Deus meus.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic erat in principio et nunc et semper et saecula saeculorum.
Introibo datere Dei.
Ad Deum qui edifica, juventud in me.
Adiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit coelum et carum.
Configio Omnipotente Beate Maria Semper Virgine, Beato Michael Arcangelo, Beato Ioanne Baptiste, Sanctus Apostolus Petrus, Omnibus Sanctus et Glorious Fratres, qui antica minimis cogitatione verbo et opere, mea culpa, mea max, mea culpa. Et io prego Beata Maria Semper Virgine, Beato Michael Arcangelo, Beato Ioanne Baptiste, Sanctus Apostolus Petrus et Paul, omnes sanctus et vos fratres, orari pro me ad animam Deum nostrum.
Miserere Tui omnipotens Deus, et edicis peccatus tuis, preservare Dei, sanctificate.
Amen.
On Filio Deo omnipotente, Beata Maria Semper Virgine, Beato me Padre Arcangelo, Beato Ioanne Baptiste, Sanctis Apostolus Petrus et Paul, Omnibus Sanctis et tibi Frater, quia peccavi minis, cogitatione, perpetuore, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Ideo prego Maria, Semper Virgine, Beato Arcangelo, Beatum Ioanne Baptiste, Sanctus Apostolus Petrus et Paul, omnes sanctus et te Pater, ora pro me ad Dominum Deum nostrum.
Miserator vestri omnipotens Deus et dimissis peccatis vestris, perducat vos ad vitam aeternam.
Amen.
Indulgentiam absolutionem et remissionem peccatorum nostrorum, frigo et nobis omnipotens et misericors Dominus.
Amen.
Deus qui conversus vivificabis nos,
Et creaturus amico in te.
ostende nobis Domine misericordiam tuam,
Et salutare tuam nobis.
Domine exaudi orationem meam,
Et clama meus sacramentia.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et con spiritu tuo.
oremus. Onamus te Domine Dominitas Sanctorum Coram Redemptionis. In Sanctorum Dulce Redemptionis Justus et fama florebit sicut cedrus Libani, multiplicabitur cantatus in domo Domini in atrii domus Dei nostri. Bonum est confiteri Domino et salari nomini tuo altissime. Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Justus ut fama florebit sicut cedri Libani multiplicabitur plantatus in domo Domini. In atriis domus Dei nostri. Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie eleison.
Christe eleison.
Christe eleison.
Christe eleison.
Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie eleison.
Gloria in excelsis Deo. Et in terra pax hominibus bone voluntatis laudamus te benedicimus te adoramus te glorificamus. Gratias agimus tibi per te magnam gloriam tuum. Domine Deus Rex Celestis, Deus Pater Omnipotens, Domine Filium Unigenitum Iesu Christe, Domine Deus Agnus Dei Filius Patris, qui tollis peccata mundi miserere nobis, qui tollis peccata mundi suscite deprecatione nostra, qui sedes ad dextram Patris miserere nobis, quoniam tu solus sanctus, tu solus Dominus, tu solus Altissimus Iesu Christe, cum Sanctus Spiritum gloria Dei Patris. Amen. Dominus vobiscum.
Et spiritu tuo.
Oremus. Adesto Domine supplicationibus nostris et quassem beatum Nicole, confessores et tui solemnitate deferibus, ut qui nostre justitiae fiduciam non habemus eius, qui tibi placuit precibus agibemo, per Dominum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium tuum, qui tecum vivit et regnat in unitate Spiritus Sancti Deus, per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Lexio Epistolae Beati Pauli Apostoli a Corinthios. Fratres, spectaculum facti sumus mundo et angelis et hominibus, nos stulti propter Christum vos autum prudentes in Christo, nos infirmi vos autum fortes, vos nobiles vos autum ignobiles, usque orant et surimus et sitsimus, et nudis sumus et colafis cedimus, et instabilis sumus et laboramus, operantes manibus nostris, maledicimur et benedicimus, prosecutionem optimum et sustinemus, blasphemamur et obsecramus, tamquam purgamento uius mundi facti sumus omnium, pedissemna usque adum, non ut confundam vos et scribo, sed ut filios meos carissimus morio in Christo Jesu Domino nostro.
Deo gratias.
Os justi meditabitur sapientiam et lingua eius loquetur judicium, lex Dei eius in corde ipsius, et enam subdantabuntur gressus eius. Alleluia, alleluia, beatus vie utime Dominum, et mandatis eius ocupit miris. Alleluia. Iube Domine benedicere, Domine sit in fadete, nobis Dominus vobiscum,
Et spiritu tuo.
sequentia Sancti Evangelii secundum Lucam.
Gloria tibi, Domine.
In illo tempore dixit Iesus discipulis suis, valite timere, usilam Grex, quia complacuit patri vestro dare vobis regnum, vendite quae custidetis et date imae, facite vobis saculos quinam veterascum, thesarum non deficientem in celis, quo fur non appropria, neque timia corrunti, ut enem thesaurus desteres, ibi et cor vestrum me.
Laus tibi, Christe.
Please be seated. Today, in this particular rite, we celebrate the memorial or the feast of Saint Nicholas of Tolentino. Saint Nicholas of Tolentino died in the year 1310 as a confessor of faith. He was an Augustinian priest, and he was known very much for his great virtue and great innocence. He is one of the saints that got the axe during the liturgical reform of 1973. As you recall, many of the saints were taken off the liturgical calendar at that time in order to be able to add new saints. But when we celebrate the Tridentine Mass like today, we have to use the calendar that was current before 1962. Just a small point of meditation for you. As I was reading the epistle just now and the gospel, there's a couple of things that hit me. In the epistle from St. Paul to the Corinthians, St. Paul said something very interesting. He said, "Nos stulti propter Christo." We have to be stupid for the sake of Christ. Now, the English translations is we have to be fools for the sake of Christ. And St. Paul continued in the reading, saying, look at all of the persecution I'm enduring. Look at the hardships I'm enduring, the hunger, the nakedness that I'm enduring. And I'm doing this for Christ. I'm doing this for Christ. And therefore, he could have said, what's the use? You know, what's the use? Look all the struggling I'm doing. What's the use? He was being stultus pro Christum. He was being a fool for the sake of Christ, and it paid out. Now, how do we know it paid out? Let's go to our gospel passage today from the Gospel of Luke, where St. Luke says, Ubi thesaurus vesteres, ibi et cor vestum est. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. And that's what St. Paul was doing. His treasure was not in living a luxurious life. His treasure was Jesus Christ. And he was willing to be stupid. He was willing to be a fool for the sake of Christ. Now, we can ask ourselves, how do I fit into this? Am I willing to make any sacrifice for the Lord? Am I willing to accept the crosses that he sends me? You know, we all have crosses to carry. All of us. No exceptions. And the Lord will never, never give us a cross that we cannot carry. That he would be working against himself, you know, if he would do that. It reminds me of the story of this man who was very unhappy. He was unhappy with his cross. Yeah. So he said, I'm going to do something about that. So he goes and he knocks on the gate of heaven. And Jesus answered and he said, hey man, he said, the time's not up yet. What are you doing here? He said, Lord, I am sick and tired of that cross that you assigned to me. I want to trade in. Jesus said, okay. So he took him in a large room, and in that room there were all kinds of crosses. There were long ones and short ones, and pink ones and red ones, and white ones and heavy ones. So he says, put your cross right there, and now you go and you find yourself one that you want. So the man did. Oh, it's too long. Oh, it's too short. It hits me in the knees. Or oh, I can't stand polka dot. That's not a good color. And on and on. Finally, he came to a cross, folks, and he put it on his shoulders, and he said, now, Lord, that's the cross. That's the one I want. This is the one that will really carry me over. And Jesus said, you idiot, that's the one you came in with. May God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And now we will proceed with the offertory of the Mass, and everybody just remain seated. So sometimes you don't know when to sit and when to stand. You know? Just remain seated until they ring the little bell for the Holy Holy, the Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus. Dominus vobiscum,
et cum spiritu tuo.
oremus. In virtute tua Domine legabitur justus et super salutare tuam exultabum vehemente, desiderium anime eius et tribuisti eim. Suscite Sancte Pater omnipotens aeterna Deus, ac immaculatam ostium cum egre vivius famulus tuus omperotivus, Deo meo vivo et vero, pro innumerabilibus peccatis, repensionibus et negligencies meis, et pro omnibus circumstansibus, sed pro omnibus fidelibus Christianus vivit sacrificuntis, ut mihi et tibi propitias, ad salutem vitam aeternam. Amen. Offerimus tibi Domine canicem salutaris tuam deprecantes clementiam, ut in conspectu divini majestatis tuae pro nostro tuttius mundi salute, commodoris suavitatis ascendat. Amen. Gloria Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancto, sicut erat in principio et nunc saeculorum. Suscite Sancta Trinitatis, Sancta Apostolica, Sancta Trinitatis, Sancta Christi, et in andarem viatem Mariae Sanctissimus, et viatem Christi Sancta Apostolica, et Dominium Sanctorum et Filii propitia Padinorum, Maria Sancta Maria Orate fratres.
Suscipia Emperis Sanctis, Emeritus Tuis, et laudam et gloriam Domini Sui, Aegite, Tecco Cor Nostrum, Doctor Nomus Toi, Ecclesias Sua Sancte.
Per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
Sursum carda.
Habemus ad Domine.
Gratias legamus Domino Deo nostrum.
Dignum et Christus est.
Vere dignum et justum et secum et salutare. Nos tibi semper et ubique gratias agere. Domine Sancte Pater omnipotens aeterne Deus, per Christum Dominum nostrum. Per quem majestatem tuam laudam angeli, adora dominationes supremum potestatis, celi celorumque virtutes, acquiata serafim, socia exultatione cancelletum, cum quibus et nostras voces, cur admite iubias de precamum, supplici confessione dicentes, Sanctus, 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 circunstantium quorum tibi fides voluntas est, noter divorcio cultus tuo reverenus verti, locatus sacrificium modus Christus Christus. Gloriamus animamus Ioann Christus salutis et temporum mutatis et spiritus Communicates in Maria Revelates Divina Gloriosus et Contemplum Divina Dulcis Dominimus Christi, sede Beatorum Apostolorum Novatorum Tumulum et Tucum Alleluia Alleluia Subito Iacobum Philippi Bartholomeum Matthias Nius et Fidei Philippi Sisti Cornelius Iulianum Lorenzi Chrysolorum Lucis et Paulus Antoninus Santorum Tuum Forum Christus Christus Sinamus Professionis et Dominum Auxilium Christum Domini Austrium Gratiam Deus et omnibus Deus vita, salutta, vata, gratiam acceptatum Christus Deus, in nobis corpus, sanguis, in dilectissimi Philippi, in nostri Christi. Et elevatus artimis in cielo magnum quantum sum omni et gratias angelis benedixit Regi ubique discipulis suis vicinus cipit manduca ex hoc omnes hoc est enim cortus mei. Nobis quoque peccatoribus. mea secula secularum.
Amen.
Oremus. Receptis sanitaribus moniti divina institutione forma, qui audemus dice, Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua sicur in cielo et in terra, panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et demite nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimitimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Libera nos quesumus per omnia secula secularum.
Amen. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi dona nobis pace. Existe posto discurso, Domine non sum Deus. Domine non sum Deus. Domine non sum Deus.
ecce agnus Dei cipitorit peccata mei. Domine non sum Denius sub interesse sub tectum meum sed tantum dig verbo sanabitur anima mea. Domine non sum Denius sub interesse sub tectum meum sed tantum dig verbo sanabitur anima mea. Domine non sum Denius sub interesse sub tectum meum sed tantum dig verbo sanabitur anima mea.
Amen.
Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi custodiet. Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi. Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi. Corpus Domini Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi custodiat animam tuum vitam aeternam. Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi custodiat animam tuum vitam aeternam. Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi custodiat animam tuum vitam aeternam. Corpus Domini nostri Jesu Christi custodiat Corpus tuum Domine per subsistentis vitam. Deve viscerebus crucifix et Amen dico vobis, quod vos qui reliquis omnia et secuti estis vicintum cum, accipietis in vitam aeternam possidebitis. Dominus vobiscum.
Et spiritu tuo.
Oremus, quae sumus omnipotens Deus, ut qui celestia alimenta, percepimus antecedente beato Nicole confessare tuo, per eco contra omnia adversa, uniamo per Dominum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium tuum, qui tecum vivit et regnat, in unitate Spiritus Sancti Deus, per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et spiritu tuo.
ite missa est.
Deo gratias.
Obsequium servitutis mei praeser sacrificium colloquium missa tui maestatis in Deus optimitivis acceptabile dominus. Proquibus in optimisit et miserante propitiabile per Christum Dominum nostrum. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum.
Et spiritu tuo.
Initium Sancti Evangelii secundum Ioannem.
Gloria a Domini.
In principio erat verbum et verbum erat apud Deum et Deus erat verbum. Hoc erat in principio apud Deum. Omnia per ipsum facta sunt et sine ipso factum est licit quod factum est. En ipso vita erat et vita erat lux Dominum, et lux in tenebres dulce et tenebraeum non comprehenderum. Quid homo missus ad Deo primum erat Ioannis, et venit in testimonium per libere de lumine, cur omnes crederent per illum. Non erat ille lux, sed ut testimonium per libere de lumine. Erat lux vera qui illuminat omnem hominem venientem in hoc mundum. Et mundo erat, et mundus per ipsum factus est, et mundus eum non coniovit. In propria benedicte sue eum non receperum. Quod autem receperum eum, dedit eis potestatem Filius Dei Fieri, isque credunt in nomine eius, qui non ex sanguinis, neque ex voluntate carnis, neque ex voluntate viris, sed ex Deo nati sunt, et verbum haruc factum est, et habitavit in nobis, et vidimus gloriam eius, gloriam quasi unigeniti ab Patri plenum, gratiae et veritatis.
Deo gratias.
And now at this point, Father Lucia will read the closing prayers. We're going to use the ones that you usually use in the parish rather than the ones that are in the book.
Prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel, protection of our parishes and our families. Holy Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do you, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power, thrust into hell Satan and all the other evil spirits who wander through the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. The divine praise is protection against storms, hurricanes, and other disasters. Blessed be God.
Blessed be his holy name.
Blessed be Jesus Christ, true God and true man. Blessed be the name of Jesus. Blessed be his most sacred heart. Blessed be his most precious blood. Blessed be Jesus in the most holy sacrament of the altar. Blessed be the Holy Spirit, the Consoler. Blessed be the great Mother of God, Mary, most holy. Blessed be our holy and immaculate conception. Blessed be our glorious Assumption. Blessed be the name of Mary, Virgin Mother. Blessed be Saint Joseph, the most ancient spouse. Blessed be God, with his angels and his saints. And next door at our parish hall, we have coffee and donuts, and Father will be there to answer any questions you have about this morning's liturgy. Thank you.
Before I have another announcement, I want to thank all of you for coming. One of the things we learned from this is just as much Mass as the Mass you attend in every other church. This is the Mass said before the Vatican Council, and so I think it makes us realize the good that the Vatican Council has brought to the church by changing the Mass and changing the liturgy to where people are able to understand it and are able to follow and participate more deeply. This particular Mass, when everybody spoke Latin, it was fine. But my dream is the church would allow this Mass to be said in English, because it's really, really beautiful.